Today will be day 2,384
Something like that.
of posting every single day.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just going to take photos around Melbourne. I'm going to sell them on the streets, like as a busker.
Yep.
Right? So literally print out the photos.
Yes.
Sell them on the streets. Everyone thought I was crazy.
What were these photos of?
Melbourne.
Yeah.
For the first 7 years, that's really what the page was. It was just, if you ever get down on Melbourne, go to my page. If you ever love Melbourne, just want to love it more, go to my page, because it'll help you love the city even more. You got to tell that story, and that's what works. And if you don't, then you'll see a different result. And I've seen that as well when I've been maybe even a little bit cocky about it, like, oh, I've told a story, it's good enough. It's not good enough. Is it really good enough? It's probably not good enough. Do more. Stop being worried about being rejected. Put yourself out there. Look forward to the rejection and know that every rejection will make your acceptance or your yes just taste so much better. Please just go for it. And that's proved to be very good advice.
Today's episode is the start of a special 3-part series that I recorded while I was in Melbourne. It's a project that I'm calling the Melbourne series. It's all about exploring the creative culture of the city while having real conversations with the people who make it what it is. To kick things off, I sat down with Chris Cincotta, the street photographer and storyteller behind the iconic page, Melbourne I Love You. Chris has spent years capturing the heart of the city and its people, and in this episode, we dive into how he built a brand that's become a voice for Melbourne itself. So whether you're a creative, a business owner, or just someone who loves telling a good story, this episode's packed with value about consistency, community, and the power of capturing real human moments. So let's get into it. I actually wanted to start. Did you post on Facebook today?
No, not yet.
Not yet, but you will.
I will. Every day.
Cool. So if you do post today will be day 2,384.
Something like that.
Of posting every single day on Facebook.
Yeah, something crazy.
Where did that come from?
My dad, it was the end of 2018, I think it was. Yeah. And Dad said to me, I said to Dad, I'm getting kind of tired doing this. And he looked at me like I was nuts because I was doing well, but I was getting bored. And he goes, what's wrong? And I'm like, I'm just bored. And he's going, nah, you're an idiot. He's like flat out, like, nah, you're an idiot. Like you're doing so well. And all these people love seeing what you do. You just got to do it more. And I'm like, oh, is this some social media? I was a bit of a smart ass, to be fair. And he's just going, yeah, it is actually. Post every day. I listen to my radio station every day and I love it. Post every day.
Yep.
I said, righty, I'll post every day for 1,000 days then, shall I? Being a total smartass.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, no, do more than that. But do 1,000 first.
Wow.
I said, whatever, Dad. I came back the next day and apologised for being such an idiot. I said, I'm so sorry, mate. You're actually right. I'll post every day for 1,000 days.
Wow.
He passed away during the first 1,000 days of that happening.
Oh, wow.
And that was like my promise to him of like, don't let something go. Don't just let something go because you're bored. Get on board real fast and actually go and create. And as soon as I did that, page blew up again. Yeah. There's just stages in the page, you go from this to this to this, and that was a stage for sure.
That's incredible. Yeah, because you started the page way earlier than that.
Oh, yeah.
November 9, 2014.
That's right. That's the page's birthday. Yeah. Page will turn 11 this year.
Wow. Yeah, that's a long time to be in it.
It is. It definitely is. And it's I would say it's not hard to continue doing it. I love doing it. It's probably hard to stay fresh with it. But like continue doing it and finding new stuff that's the challenge.
The consistency part though, like you're making it sound like it's easy. Most creatives that I talk to, or anyone that's trying to start something new, whenever you hear two people trying to give advice to someone else about starting something new, it's like, mate, just be consistent. Like if you can try and do that, then it's like you can figure the rest out. But like that's the hardest part. Yeah. Like most people struggle to stay consistent. Yeah. And you see, especially on socials these days, like a 30-day challenge. Yeah. Right? To enable to like try and build that habit of being consistent. Yeah. Like it's very hard to do.
But isn't that everything in life though, Kenny? Like isn't it everything? Like you think about a diet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now I'm on keto.
Yes.
Right? And if I'm not on keto, then I'm really not on keto, let me tell you. Like I'm crazy. But if I've given myself some rules of like, okay, like so at the moment I'm less than 30 grams of carbs a day. I'm doing that for about 3 weeks just because I did a bit of traveling and I ate a lot of croissants.
As you do.
So just stripping out all the crap. But like, so it's the same thing with when you're making content. Like if you can just do it every day and you've got rules, well, I've got to post today. Well, once you've got that rule, there's no like, oh, what am I going to post? You're just going to post.
Yep.
And posting something is definitely better than posting nothing.
Yes.
I would say 99% of the time. Sometimes posting nothing is better than posting something.
Sometimes.
I think that if you just keep on creating and keep on making the thing you've promised you'll make, it'll be good.
Yeah. So you almost like you set yourself promises. I see from going through your page, you tend to kind of make yourself a promise or set a big goal at the start of each year.
Yeah.
Is this something you do, or is this something? Yeah.
Yeah.
That
No,
I've
and I
noticed?
tell the page.
And you tell the page exactly.
Yeah. I make myself accountable to the page.
Yeah.
Because that way, like, even if you didn't do it, that's okay, but you should try your best to do it. Sometimes things are out of your control, but you should definitely try your best to achieve whatever you've said that you're going to do. Because, like, ideas come and go, right? Ideas, I mean, this is a Gary Vaynerchuk one, but ideas are easy.
Yep.
And actually implementing the ideas and execution is hard. That's so true.
Yep.
There's nothing ever more true than that. I've had a million great ideas. I can give a million great ideas right now to somebody and they can go out and do them and they will make a lot of money.
Yep.
But actually executing on the ideas, that's always tough.
Taking action on it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like in 2022, at the start, I didn't go and drink the night before of New Year's Eve. Okay, so it's me and Mrs. had one drink each. We went into town. We celebrated. I took a photo on the one of the bridges going over the Yarra, and it was a lovely night. We had one drink each, and it was just as we come out of lockdown, so we were just happy just to be out. Had one drink, got up in the morning, and we went to go to the beach. And I arrived at Williamstown Beach, and am I good to swear?
Yeah, man.
Rip it. I'm just going, oh fuck, and she's going, what? And actually, we're still driving at this point, and I'm like, oh, no, I shouldn't tell you because if I tell you, you're going to tell me no, I think, and I don't want you to tell me no, but I really want to do this. Oh, no, this is a really good idea and I shouldn't do it. This will take over my entire year. And,
so when ideas hit you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like and always when I'm driving.
Yeah.
Always when I'm driving. Driving is the best thing.
Yeah.
So we arrive at the beach, she goes, you've got to tell me now, right? And I'm like, I think I've had a really good idea and it's lucky I had it today because it would have to start today. And she goes, what? And I'm like, I should probably take a photo every day of this year and make a book out of it. And she was like, oh, shit, that really is a good idea. Oh, no. And I was like, it's a commitment. I could get others to chip in if I'm sick or something, but like, it's such a good idea. We can show Melbourne off for an entire year. That's a pretty cool idea. People would love that. They can follow along. I'll do live videos, da-da-da. So I made myself the promise that day. I went to Flinders Street Station. I took the first photo and I said, okay, this is the first photo. I put a live up on Facebook and said, guys, this is the first photo of 365. And that was it. That was
and
it.
You came up with this idea the day before.
No, the day of.
The day
of. 1st of Jan.
Yeah, wow.
1st of Jan was when I started it.
Yep.
I started shooting on the 1st of Jan, went down to Flinders Street, the only place that you can really start a book like that.
Yeah.
Took a photo and then I was like, all right, that's what I've got to do. So that year I took a photo every single day. I made my biggest selling book ever for the first release was that book.
Wow.
So many people were invested in it. So every day I'd go out and shoot. I'd probably do stories. I'd do a live video. And then I actually incorporated the live videos into the book. So you could scan a QR code and it'd send you back to the live video of me taking that photo.
Wow.
And that all happened on the go. It wasn't like I thought, oh, that's a good idea. It just happened. I was like, oh, I'll use a QR code people can scan in.
Wow.
And that was because I did the initial, like, I'm just going to do this every day.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good trait to have. A lot of people sit on ideas, like we were saying.
Yeah. I've always wanted to chase what I wanted. So like when I first went traveling, I was 22 years old. I went traveling. And the first day I was on a tour, I was like, oh, I need to be a tour guide. This is what I should have been.
Yep.
This is what I should have actually trained to be.
Yep.
So I just want to become a tour guide. So like once I've got that in my head, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's kind of the same with becoming a photographer. I was not a photographer. I am not a photographer. I happen to take a decent...
You are not a photographer.
No, yep. I'm not. Not like a properly trained one. I mean, what is a trained one these days? But when I started to be a photographer, you were supposed to actually be a photographer. And then social media just kind of grabbed onto that. and now everyone can be a photographer, obviously, but back then it was very unusual. So when I first met my missus, I didn't have any money, and I just stopped traveling after 12 years. And she said to me after a little while, she's like, so I really love that you're staying here to be with me, but what are you going to do for a job?
What are you doing?
And I was like, yeah, I've been thinking about that actually. I think I'm just going to be a photographer.
Yep.
Because the year prior, I'd taken a photo every single day of that year for my mum. So she could see what I was doing around the world, because I was traveling the world, and she got upset that she couldn't see what I was doing in my life. So I said, I'll take a photo for you every day.
That's cool.
Put it up on Facebook.
Yep.
Took some okay, just my eye got in, I guess.
Yep.
And then when I came back,
it's a good way to train yourself, right? If you're doing it every day, how can you not
That's
get
my
better?
biggest bit of advice to everyone, is do it every day, because you just get better. And then when I came back home, I was like, I'm just going to take photos around Melbourne. I'm going to sell them on the streets, like as a busker.
Yep.
Right? So I can literally print out the photos.
Yes.
Sell them on the streets. Everyone thought I was crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It sounds nuts, right?
How do you give yourself the permission or the courage to do it? A lot of people, there's a lot of people that would talk themselves out of even thinking that anyone would buy their photo, even after doing it for years. You haven't even done it, and the idea is people are going to buy my photos.
So I worked out how to do it. So I contacted the city of Melbourne.
I worked out how to do it?
They told me that I couldn't just sell my photos on the street. I was literally going to put them out on the street and sell them. And they were like, you can't do that because it's not a performance. It has to be a performance. And I was like, oh, God. They go, we do have these little stalls you can hire. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll do that.
Yep.
And I had it for 3 days and didn't open it because I was too nervous. And then I was like, all right, let's put on our big boy pants here.
So there was a little bit of doubt.
Not doubt, nervousness.
Yeah. Okay.
Nervousness.
Yep.
Maybe it is doubt, I guess, because you're like, well, will anybody buy anything?
Yeah.
So I'm opening my store for the very first time. So no, I didn't open for 2 days that I had it. And then on the third day I opened.
Okay.
So I'm opening my store and I'm getting everything out, and I'm nervous because you're putting yourself out there, right?
Yeah.
You're right. It is nervousness. Yeah. I was nervous. And then a guy stopped and he started looking. And I'm like, hi. Just getting set up. And he's like, no worries, I'll just have a look. He has no idea it's my first day. Obviously, he just thinks this is what I do every day. Yeah. And he goes, all right, cool. I'm going to take that one and that one. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. I was like, and he goes, I'll take them framed, actually. I was like, okay. And I can remember the 2 photos he got. I can tell you that his name was Chris. Wow. I told him that he was my first ever person that had brought a photo from me. I took a photo with him. I have that photo.
Wow.
And that's what started it. So that gave me the confidence as well, that first day. And then just continued selling in that little store for 3 weeks. And in that 3-week period, very much proved to everybody to leave me the fuck alone. And then I knew what I was doing. Because I backed myself in. I rocked up every day. And so in that 3-week period, I profited about $9,000.
Wow.
And that was 2014.
What were these photos of?
Melbourne. Yeah, Melbourne. Actually, there were a couple there from my travels where I just printed out, and he actually brought one of those ones.
Yep.
But yeah, pretty much all Melbourne street shots.
Were you paying for the stall?
Yes.
And you paid for the prints?
I mean, I did have someone on the inside at Harvey Norman in Knox. Belinda, thank you so much wherever you are these days. She did give me a good deal. But I did.
Yeah, so you're putting an investment down.
So my entire store, including rent, for the 3 weeks, cost me about $500.
$500 for the 3 weeks?
Yep.
That's not bad.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It's a couple of trestle tables.
Yep.
Some prints.
Yeah, cool.
Which quickly sold out, so I had to refresh it.
Epic.
Yeah.
That's a good, what's the word? Hustle?
Yeah.
Ambitious?
It was a hustle, I guess, in a way, because I think people, I used to often think people must just walk by me and think this poor bloke just trying to sell his photos. And I would get it. I would totally get it. I'd be like, that I would think the same. But then you remember there's travelers, and I'm a traveler. That is what I am. I'm not a photographer. If I'm anything, I'm a tour guide. And when I'm traveling the world, I'm looking for the perfect thing to buy that reminds me of that city. A photograph from a local photographer is such a nice gift.
That's true.
And such even a nice memento. And that's what I planned on. I also I priced my stuff that way as well. I always try to price my stuff so that even a traveller can afford it. Yep. So it was $20 for a single print, 2 for $30.
Cool.
And that's what everyone went for, the 2 for $30.
Yep. Yeah. Fantastic. That's really good.
It was good fun.
Yeah. And is that when you started the page?
Yeah, actually, yeah, no, during that. So
the page is
So
live at the moment when the store
no,
comes
so
up.
when I start, it doesn't. It actually happens. So I opened the store on the 4th of November.
Yep.
I started the page on the 9th.
Oh, wow.
So what happened was, as I'm sitting there, I
Yeah.
had these little milk crates next to me. I just used as like support. And then people just wanted to sit down and chat with me. Like everybody just seemed. And there was this one guy who really got to me, and he was a banker. And he sat with me and he goes, "So you're just selling photos now here?" And I was like, "Yeah," because he walked across the road, so he knew that I hadn't been there before. And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "But what do you do? So you're a photographer?" And I'm like, "No, no. I actually, because that's the other thing I didn't mention. All of these photos were off my iPhone 4S.
Wow.
That's the
Wow.
other
So you didn't have a camera?
No, I had no. I've
Damn,
never
bro.
owned a camera in my
Okay.
life before that. And so he said to me, I don't get it. So you've just finished traveling. You're a tour guide. You've been traveling the world, and now you're just going to be a photographer in Melbourne." I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "How?" And I'm like, "I don't understand your question." I literally didn't understand. I was like, "I don't know what you mean. Like, this is what I wanted to do."
Yeah.
And he's a banker.
Mm-hmm.
He quit his job 2 weeks later, and he went and did what he wanted to do.
Wow.
Yeah, he went back down to Tassie, and I forget what he started, but he went and did what he wanted to do.
Sick.
I've still got him on Facebook too. So and it was just all these people, and then obviously on the streets, a lot of those people suffering homelessness also would come and sit and want to chat. Great conversations. Great conversations, great stories. Then I said to my better half, now I'd been traveling for like a long time, so I really didn't know social media at this stage at all. And I said to my better half, I would think there's something in this. Like all these people just keep on telling me their stories. I should probably ask it if it's okay if I tell them and then put them on a Facebook page or something. She goes, "Oh, you mean like Humans of New York?" And I'm like, "Oh, what's Humans of New York?" So she shows me Humans of New York, and I'm like, "Yes, like this, but more of a love letter to the city." So I'd want to include photography and all that, as then I'd still be able to showcase my photography as well as the stories that went with it. And for the first 7 years, that's really what the page was. It was just love letter to Melbourne. It was never just human stories. It was more like, I've always considered it just to be this love letter to Melbourne. Like if you ever get down on Melbourne, go to my page. If you ever love Melbourne and just want to love it more, go to my page, because it'll help you love the city even more.
Wow, and that's how it started,
Yeah.
which is interesting because I was thinking that when I first saw your page, a lot of people when they create any social page, it's them, it's their personal page, whereas like you made it based on a city, like not you.
Yeah, it's definitely for the city. Yeah, it's definitely for the city. Some might argue that it can steer its way more toward my life these days a bit more, especially since my daughter arrived.
Exactly.
Which is a whole other story about like how much you want to show your daughter on social media, et cetera, et cetera. But
do you ever feel like you want to create like a personal page, like something separate?
I've literally just been having this thought.
Yeah.
Literally just been having this thought.
Because I feel like when you have a page that's literally Melbourne, do you ever feel like you're boxed in?
So I did wonder that before 2019.
Yeah.
And then in 2019, I was really restless and I wanted to do something cool. And I got a call from an amazing Melbourne company called Intrepid Travel. And they said, "We just love what you do. We're Melbourne, you're Melbourne. Can we fly you somewhere around the world? You go do one of our tours and just like go have an experience."
Damn.
And I was like, I don't know how my page would react to that, but let's see.
Yep.
Can only test. And my page loved it.
Yeah, true.
So then I realized it was definitely about Melbourne, but like within Humans in Melbourne, it does encompass myself as well and my partner as well. So when we were traveling, people were there to see the world, not just Melbourne, but the world through our eyes and how we were seeing it. So, we went to Jordan. And I remember going through Petra and people just being like, "Oh my God, I'm seeing this right now," because I was doing live videos.
Wow.
And people are like just blown away that they're getting to see it live. Yes. It was such an experience. So although I do feel boxed in sometimes by the name Humans in Melbourne or in my Instagram name, Melbourne, I love you.
Yep.
I think I've just said, and just done what I wanted to do anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because I've seen you post even recently. You're posting photos from other countries all over the world.
Yeah. This year's a big travel
held
year.
You back.
No, that's it. And like I could create something else, but then it's like I've got to run another page. Like
it's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, it's just more an rigmarole that I don't really want to have to deal with. And I feel like this way, like yes, it's about Melbourne, but listen, if the page has to continue, it's going to continue with me. So
yeah.
it's either that or nothing, I guess, at this stage.
True, that's true. But I guess, like, do you feel it's you've got a big following on both socials.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel pressure about what to post? Like, sometimes don't you ever feel, oh man, there are people just posting their breakfast and they just don't care because no one's following them.
No. I don't feel I wouldn't post my breakfast unless I was at a really good cafe. I do it on stories though. Like on stories for sure. I love stories. I think stories are super underrated these days because everyone just gravitates towards reels, which I get because that's where you can go viral. But stories are such a great way, and always have been since they were introduced from Snapchat and then into Instagram. The best way for me of showing you day to day.
Yeah, true.
Like stories are the greatest. Yeah, they're great. They're like a million little reels all rolled into one. So for stories, I think to show your day to day life, stories are great for that. So I don't really feel pressure to of what to post. It's more just like have something good. Don't just post it for posting its sake.
Yeah.
Make sure it's good at least. Give them something.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't hit. And that's okay. And be okay with your failures too. Like, sometimes I post and I'm like, people did not get that one at all.
I didn't hit that one.
And also realize that sometimes you're in purgatory on social media as well. Like it might be that Facebook has said, "Ooh, you're now posting this, and then if you so for instance, last week, so we have a very famous bridge in Melbourne called the Montague Street Bridge. Now this bridge gets hit by trucks all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's a common thing.
Yep.
Right, so the first day he got hit by a truck, I was like, you wouldn't bloody believe it. Montague Street Bridge has been hit again, put up that post. It goes nuts. Like nuts. Seen by over 1 million people.
What?
Yep. And the second day gets hit again.
Yep.
So this time I'm like...
So trucks are just...
It's a 3 metre clearing.
Yep.
And let's say people who don't understand Melbourne so well will drive a rental truck or even their truck, and they just think they're going to make it, even though there's things before it that you tell you're going to hit it, and they hit the bloody bridge. So anyway, second day, I decided, all right, I'm going to use ChatGPT here. I want to create like a bridge eating a truck. Right? Now
Okay,
right?
Gotcha.
Now that went super viral.
Yep.
So from that, I'll get back to the story about the bridge, but from that I'm now creating a children's book about Monty, the truck eating bridge.
That's so good.
Literally.
Your mind.
So then the next day, a third truck hits the bridge.
In 1 week?
Yeah, no, this is all in 3 days.
In 3 days?
3 days, 3 trucks hit the bridge. And it's just social media gold. Now, having said that, so it goes nuts. I think every post had a reach of over 1 million, et cetera, et cetera. But then the next day, when you don't post a photo of the bridge, guess what happens on Facebook? The algorithm just says, where's your photo of the bridge?
Yeah.
That's not what your audience wants to see, and your reach goes through. And you just got to understand, don't take it personally. Just is what it is. Post something better next time.
True.
And I think people get really caught up on that didn't perform well. What did I do so wrong? You probably didn't. It might be that it just didn't hit. I really believe timing is everything.
Yep.
A post at one time compared to a post at another time. Completely different. Completely different results. 100%. I have a certain time I love to post. It's 5:12 p.m. in the afternoon. Just happens to be when my first ever post went viral.
Okay.
So in my head, that's my time.
What time was that?
5:12 p.m.
Literally 12 minutes past 5.
Yep. So now when I send out my emails to my email list, I try to always send it at 5:12. Everyone knows to expect it at 5:12.
That's fantastic.
So it's just one of those things. Don't get down on bad results. You can't control an algorithm. They can't control the algorithm really.
True. Everyone's trying to. It's like a constant.
Yeah, but just keep on posting.
Yep.
Yeah, and keep on doing what you want to do. And sometimes you do have to, obviously these days on Instagram, which I don't post on as anywhere near as much anymore, because I've realised that it really is a Reels world these days.
Yes. So
I worked out how to go viral with Reels.
Yep.
And that worked really well. I grew the page 50,000 in a week. That was great. So I found my little niche and I was like, that'll work. That's an emotional thing. So what I did was I took a photo of a tram driver. I very quickly jumped on his tram, printed it out, framed it for him and gave it to him by the end of the tram ride.
Wow.
Now that is my biggest bit of social media ever. I think it's got combined about 40 million views. And the page went nuts. And I was like, yeah, cool. I know how to do this now. Yep. So then I did 4 or 5 more. They all got over 100,000, 250,000, whatever views. And I was like, cool, that's in my back pocket now. Yep. So now I've got that sitting there. I know exactly what I want to do with it. And I'll just bring it up when I need to, and then I'll take off the Instagram page again. But there's just other stuff that's more pressing.
Yeah, that's incredible. Because your Instagram following is...
It's 145.
Yes.
So it was 151.
Wow.
So then you got to realize, well, people are waiting to see those frame images again, and you're posting stuff from Venice.
Yep.
And they're like, "Where's my frame?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, true.
Unfollow.
Mm-hmm.
Catch me again later when I start doing it.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
No offense taken.
Yeah,
Just-
you can't let it.
No, gosh,
Get
no,
to you.
because I got that. In their mind, the promise was he's going to do these frame videos.
Yep.
Oh, I love this. It's emotional. I get the photo. I get to see the surprise. I love seeing those videos.
Yes.
Oh, he's not posting that anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where the consistency goes out. The consistency goes out the window.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know what I know, which is that in the back of my head, that all starts again very, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been waiting to get it going again. And
Yeah.
once I've got one more thing finished, then I can move back onto that.
That's cool. That's really cool. In terms of like Instagram and Facebook as different apps, you've got a big following on both.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think those audiences are different?
Yeah, I know they are just from the demographics.
What do you think?
I think there's definitely a crossover, of course. Like there'd be some that follow
There'd be
both. But it's a younger audience on Instagram, older audience on Facebook.
Yep.
Both are massively female dominated.
Okay.
So I have a 95% Australian audience.
Yep.
Which is great.
Yes.
And I have an 80% Melbourne audience.
Which is
Right, across
really good.
both.
Yep.
And then I have an 75% female audience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and I love that audience. It's my people.
Yep.
I love probably interacting with a female audience more than I would say a male audience. I think because it's not how I roll. Although I take in a lot more male content myself. Like I listen to Joe Rogan, love Lex Fridman.
Yep.
But when it comes to the stuff I'm going to put out, I'm totally aware that the kind of content that I'll put out is much more aligned to a female orientation of way of thinking and everything like that. So yeah, that's my audience.
Which is good. We were talking about it before in terms of just understanding who your audience is.
Yeah.
And who you're trying to deliver to.
Yeah, exactly. I think, people getting started, they're probably thinking, how will I monetize this? Oh, I want to get, I'd love to get a free trip, right? For instance, I think that's everyone's. I think when you start,
get something for free.
Everybody wants to get something for free, right? And
free
I
shit.
totally get it. Get me some free shit. And I totally get that, and that's totally, that's totally okay. So you're getting a free trip to, let's say, Japan. Okay, great. You're going to Japan, go over there, deliver it. What did you give your audience? What value did you give them? And I think it's cool for you to get free stuff as long as you're aware that the reason you're getting the free stuff is the audience.
True.
It's
That's
not
very
because you're awesome most of the time. It's actually because unless,
Correct.
make sure your deliverables that you've got to give to the company are delivered. But also remember, it's the audience that gets you there.
Yes.
Never take it for granted.
Don't forget
it's,
about
it's your audience that gets you there. Give them what they want. Make sure it's what you want as well, of course. But never forget your audience.
Yeah, you don't want to lose touch of that.
No.
You're someone who's found many ways to try and make money from this, which is really, really good. From what I've seen, I'm sure I'm probably going to miss some things, but you've already said you've sold your photos, you've published books, beach towels, umbrellas, puzzles, walking tours,
Yes.
mobile photography course.
Yes.
And you had the stall in the city.
Yep.
What else?
Well, calendars. It's actually the biggest thing. Every year, the calendar sells thousands of copies. And what else? Yeah, puzzles. You said coffee cups.
Coffee cups.
Pins, like little memorial pins.
This is good. See, you're not afraid to try ideas.
Oh God, no! Because
and this is what I mean. Like, there's a lot of, especially creatives, they tend to just go for what everyone else is doing. I'm going to make maybe a digital product, maybe prints, and then I'm going to try and get some free shit. Or work with brands. Whereas, you're out trying things. That not many of the creators I know would even think of trying.
Yeah.
Where do these ideas come from? How'd you get this mindset?
I just think about what can I turn really cool photos into.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But then you just go off and do them. You're investing in, obviously you've got to source all these things. You don't know whether you're going to sell them or not.
And then you do the logistics of it all, and you've got to be actually send it out.
A lot of figuring out.
Yeah, which all just is second nature now, but figuring it out was that's always a thing. It's just, I don't know, how seriously do you want to take yourself as a business, I guess is the question.
Yep.
What's your, how much money do you want to earn? I think that's a really important question that people need to ask themselves.
Yes.
How much money do you want to earn? Do you what's a big number? Is $100,000 a big number? Then this is how you earn $100,000. I can show someone how to earn $100,000 as a creator. That's not, a hard thing to do. But if you want to earn more than say 100 to 150, then you got to really work your ass off.
Yep.
And that's where you've got to come up with new ideas, and you've got to make sure those ideas are executed really well. And for instance, I knew that I wanted to be an author from the time I was 12 years old. Right? So I'd feared death really badly when I was a kid. Like,
as a kid?
Yeah, badly. Like, I'm talking when I was 4. I was like, I just saw black, right?
Yeah.
And I was always like, oh my God, so when you die, because my grandfather passed away when I was quite young, and I was like, so now that Poppy's gone, he's just gone, but who's going to remember him except for me? Then he'll just be gone. And I was always like, how do you get remembered? And I was always like, I never understood, how do you get remembered? And then we're at a National Library excursion in Canberra, and the lady, the librarian, said, so everybody in Australia who writes a book, we request one of their books be sent here to the National Library of Australia. And we keep it here forever. And I was like, excuse me?
Figured it out.
Do you mean forever ever? And she was like, I mean forever ever. So I knew then that I wanted to be an author. So I started the page in 2014, and in 2017 I said to Candace, my better half, I was like, I think I'm going to write a book. It's what I've always wanted to do. If I sell 50, like, we'll make probably no money, but like at least then I'll be in the National Library, and that's like my life's goal. Just wanted to be in that National Library. So this is about backing yourself, right?
Yep.
So like, now, and this is the other thing. You don't have to have a product to sell a product. You can make the product after it sells. That's okay, as long as you make everyone very aware of that fact. So I was actually in New York when I released it for something else, but I was over in New York. I released my first book with the hope of maybe selling 10 on the first night, because at least then I knew that, like, all right, I could probably end up selling 50 and I won't lose any money.
Are you talking about like a pre-release? Like, you're getting people to pay for the book, but it's...
Not even... No,
the book hasn't been made yet.
Not even the first skerrick of a book has been made yet. You've got content, but you haven't got anything like a book.
Yeah.
So the very first night I release this, it's like 4:30 American time. I release it to my audience at 5:12. And the very first night, 700 sell.
Damn.
At $50 each.
Wow.
And you're like, oh, okay.
Yep.
That happened. Better make a book.
Yeah.
So,
time to make a book.
Yeah, you better make a book. Literally, like, I'm in New York in a cafe, book designers in Melbourne, found a great book designer named Grace West, and self-published my book. And that book is in the National Library now.
That's insane. So you've done all the work, like, without a publisher, like you publishing it yourself?
I do it all myself, and then I send it all out.
That's incredible.
So I do all the posting. So, and 365, the book, when I took a photo every day, that book weighs 2.7 kilos. And when you've got to send 5,200 of them out in 9 days, you end up with a very sore back.
How many?
5,200.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. The night that we finished it, so obviously I finished it on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So January 1st to the 31st.
And you're selling
December.
these through your Facebook audience?
Facebook, Instagram, mostly Facebook though.
Yep.
And also I've got a decent email list. But because they're watching the process every day, and it had done really well, but then on New Year's Eve, I post the last photo, which it's not a good photo. It's myself. It's a selfie of Candace, Frankie, my little girl, and myself.
Yeah, wow.
And Frankie's pulling a funny face, and I post it and I say, guys, I was going to take photos of some fireworks, but you know what? I can't think of a better way, because my daughter was born the year I'd created 365.
Wow.
Which I had no idea that was going to happen. Obviously, she was born in December. We didn't get pregnant till like April or March or April or something. So like the whole year, I'm actually doing this book, going to all these doctor's appointments, making 365.
Wow.
And so that night that I posted that photo, it was almost like Facebook. Dad said, I do wonder this sometimes, because, they are based in the Docklands down here, and I do know they know who I am.
Okay.
It was like they said, yeah, we need to get this out to everybody.
Yep.
And then that night, 2,500 books sold.
Damn.
I woke up in the morning with just like, whoa, that is crazy.
Wow.
And yeah, that was nuts.
What do you think makes you have this type of impact? To be able to sell that. There are people that would have the same number of following as you, but if they tried to sell something, they're not selling 2,000.
Because they haven't earned the trust.
Yeah.
Everyone there trusts me.
How do you think you've built that trust?
Probably starting small and then building up, I guess.
And people watching that growth.
Yeah. Well, they also watch me do all the packing. They know it's just me.
Yeah, true.
I outsourced it slightly, like 10% of it once, and I hated it so much I had to bring it back in-house just to myself. So now
Is it because you feel like it makes you feel better about the process?
Yeah,
or-
well, they're also like, they're giving me their hard-earned money.
Yeah, man.
And I want to give them my hard-earned work. And I know it's not the best way to do it. This is the stupid thing about it. I know I could outsource it.
Yeah.
Right? But for some reason, it doesn't sit well with me. And because I throw in like little gifts and stuff all the time as well. But like, I don't know. I've always liked the tangible idea that everything that goes out, it's come through my hands. And, and you know, obviously I made it in the first place, but it's come through my hands. It's probably been touched by me. And, you know, like it's a weird, someone recently asked me, what's it like knowing that there's like, I don't know, like 40,000 of your books out there in the world? I'm like, yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. That's nuts. And,
It is.
You know, thousands of homes will have the calendars in it. And that's also, it's a very strange thought to get your head around.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful thought. It's the most beautiful thought because it's like someone said, yeah, I want to look at your photos all year.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's like, it's just, for lack of a better word, it's humbling. Like, it's
of
like,
course.
thank you so much.
Yep.
Like, I don't buy much stuff. And when I do buy it for someone, it's a big thing for me to go, I want to buy that bit of art. And I look at that art every day and I love it. You know, I've got a really great piece in my office by a guy called Peter Seaton Art. And I love that piece. Look at it every day. And it blows me away that people are looking at my photos thinking the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When you buy a piece of work, it makes you realise that there are people out there doing the same with your work.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy.
With all these ideas that you come up with and try, I'm sure that there's probably some that don't work out, possibly. Can you think of anything that probably didn't work out the way you imagined? Like, you're someone that thinks of an idea and just does it. Has there ever been something where you're like, oh man, that didn't hit the way I thought it would?
Maybe certain releases of things, but as a whole, I still sell everything I've ever tried to sell, if that makes sense. Like, and also sometimes it's what you do when you try to actually release it. Like, I could write a course on releasing a product because I've done all the wrong things and then all the right things as well. There's not been a product that I've tried to do that hasn't done what I thought it would do, if that makes sense.
Well, what are some things that you probably think you could have done better?
Yep. Okay. So for instance, I had a tea towel set for Mother's Day this year.
Yep.
Apparently people only know you've got that tea towel set if you tell them enough times. If you just don't promote it at all, they don't know. So it just sits in your warehouse.
Yes.
And it was so funny because I haven't sold a lot in the last 12 months. It's just not been on my, I've decided to basically took a year off. I was like, all right, this is what I know I need to make for the family. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to chill.
Yep.
That's okay until you look at your end of year financials and you go, oh, okay.
Not the same as last year.
When I looked in the warehouse and I was like, I got a lot of stuff. So I actually I said to everyone, listen guys, this is the truth. I've got too much stuff in my warehouse. And as some of you know, I haven't sold to you in about a year.
Yep.
Big sale. Take everything. It's all got to go. So over the last 2 weeks, like I've sent out like 400 or something orders just from that.
Yep.
And so, but it also like, make a story out of it. So my lesson is make a story out of whatever you're making. Yeah, I'd say is the biggest lesson from something that doesn't work is I didn't make a story out of it.
Yep.
I didn't make a story out of it. So like for the Mother's Day tea towels, who do you think I went and said, hey, which photos should I use in the Mother's Day tea towels? I went to my mum. Didn't tell anybody that.
Yep.
That should have been part of the story.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Create a narrative around the product.
Yep.
Bring them in. Don't just put something out there and say, hey, here's my shit, go and buy it.
Yeah.
Let them be involved. My biggest ever thing is the 365 book. And the reason that is the biggest ever thing is because they were with me for so much of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that book again, except going to be around the world. And it'll be the same thing because they'll be with me every day. They'll watch me go and take the photo of the pyramids, of the Taj Mahal or whatever. And it'll have that same impact again because you're invested. You're with me.
Yep.
So I think that's, create a narrative around. If you're going to create a product, create a narrative. I do see a lot of courses being sold. I'm actually doing it myself right now.
Yes.
But I do see a lot of courses being sold.
Yep. So do I.
I don't get how there's so many courses. There's so many.
There are plenty.
I get promoted to me and I'm like, oh, okay. And I look into the person's profile and I'm like, what's your, why am I buying this from you? I know why someone should buy a mobile photography course from me.
Yep.
I've literally written books with photos from my mobile phone in them. And then I'm looking at some other people. I'm like, I don't get, like, where's your narrative of like why I should get it from you?
Yes.
And I guess, so if somebody was going to get into products as a creator, which I highly advise them to do, don't just rely on content creation.
Yep.
then tell a narrative about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think just based off your work, you're someone who knows how to tell a good story. Your page is based on telling stories.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Most
Yeah.
of your photos have a story attached to them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you've had a lot of practice.
Yeah. I think telling a story is a super important. Actually, that's funny. I literally just saw a course promoted to me about storytelling.
Yep.
And I thought that's actually a great course
Mm-hmm.
because everyone's got great stories, but can you tell the story?
Exactly.
You know, and by telling the story, it really does brings that person into your world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was a big fan of Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. You know?
Yep.
And they released a vodka.
Yes. A vodka.
Yeah,
Did they?
They released a vodka together called Purosos. I haven't had it, but
Their
I did
podcast
think
is
about
hilarious.
it's very funny. Or it used to be anyway. And I actually thought to myself, when they released the vodka, there wasn't really a story.
Mm-hmm.
I never got brought on the ride, so I don't care about their vodka.
Mm.
Take me on a ride.
Yes.
As a consumer. Yep. I want to go on the ride with you.
Yep.
Tell me about this product. Tell me about the companies you had to contact. Show me packing the product.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of consumer I am, where I actually want to see it made, and then have it. I want to see how the sausage is made,
Yep.
and then like
I agree.
yeah.
As someone who's told so many stories, what do you think makes a good story?
Emotion.
Yep.
Emotion for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, no other bigger thing. It's emotion because, I mean, I don't lean into any kind of negative emotion at all. I definitely lean into the positive emotion, so I'll just focus on that. But and you don't even need long to tell a really good story.
Yes.
You don't need long to tell a really good story. Like, for instance, one from Father's Day last year. It's the day before Father's Day, and I go into the city to take a photo to frame it for someone for Father's Day. Mm-hmm. Because I always think when I see a dad, especially with a dad with the kids on their shoulders, I'm always like, because I carry Frankie on my shoulders, I'm like, I wish someone would take a photo of me that I didn't know was being taken and then just give it to me.
Yes.
So I try to do it. But obviously when you're dealing with kids, you want to be real bloody careful. So,
yeah, true.
So I was in Centre Place waiting to find the perfect person. And then a dad walks by with a little girl and a little boy. Mm-hmm. And he sees me taking photos and he acknowledges me like, And I was like, okay, mate. And he kept on walking. And I was like, that's my man right there. Like we've had that moment. He knows what I'm doing.
Yep.
And I'm not going to get his little girl's face in the photo because they're walking away from me. Mm-hmm. So I follow them down Centre Place, but there's too many people there. And then I go up the stairs onto this road. And when they're standing and this is the other thing, is also luck, right? I said, but like luck is such an important thing. Timing, luck, everything like that. His little girl grabs his finger and then does a spin on his finger.
No way.
And I'm just like, oh my God, there's the emotion, right? Like that moment of like, oh my gosh. So then I follow them to lunch. I frame up their photo and I wait for him to leave. And then as he's coming out, I say to him, hey mate, I'm so sorry. And if it's not okay, it's okay. I've taken a photo of you with your kids. And then he goes, oh, okay. Like, a bit like, okay, mate. And then I've showed him the photo and he's just gone, oh, mate, thank you. And that emotion piece is what resonates with people. Yes. It's not like the photo. It's not the frame.
No, it's not the gear.
No, it's nothing like that. The photo I took, like the most viral thing, which was the tram driver. It's the worst photo ever. And I loved all the critiques in the comments section about you should have been using a polarizing filter. And I was like, it's not about the polarizing filter, but thank you for the engagement. But yeah, I loved all the critiques. Like, it's not even a good photo. I was like, yeah, I know, but geez, it had a lot of views though, don't it, mate? Because it's not about the photo.
People connect with it.
It was about the emotion and seeing this tram driver, Romeo, his face just lit up when he saw it. And then what people don't know is, like, later on, his wife writing to me, and this is okay to say because she's, we're doing a story on it, but his wife writing to me and saying, you have no idea what it meant to him. He'd actually been thinking about quitting because people had become so rude on the trams. And you've totally turned him around. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That emotion, like I feed off that as well. Like that's like my life force. Like give me positivity, make me cry happy tears, and then take all of my money because I will. I'm happy. I'm a happy boy if I'm crying happy tears. And I think that's it. So if you want to tell a good story, have emotion involved in it. For me, I love Peter McKinnon. Love
Same.
Peter. And, one of my favourite things that he's ever done is his bucket shot photo, video.
Yes.
It's because there was emotion involved in it. This is what he tried to do. And he took me on a journey about how he almost got it. He didn't get it. Then he finally gets it. And then
going through, and then it's going to rain, I think.
Exactly. I need to buy this photo.
Yes.
Because that's your dream, and I want to be a part. I want to have a part of your dream. So let me buy that photo from you. Positive emotion.
Right. You're absolutely right. That doesn't hit if he just puts that print out.
No, not at all.
Even though it's an amazing photo, and
you
can agree that it's a great image.
Yeah.
Without that story, without that
100%
backstory,
100%.
You're not as invested.
Yeah, I've released a few limited edition photos, and when I do it, I don't just say, "Hey, here's a pretty photo, guys." Got to tell that story.
Yep.
You got to tell that story, and that's what works. And if you don't, then you'll see a different result. And I've seen that as well when I've been maybe even a little bit cocky about it, like, "Oh, I've told a story. It's good enough. It's not good enough. Is it really good enough? It's probably not good enough. Do more."
Yep.
Really make sure you're telling the story. Really make sure people are connecting with what your work is. If you want to make money out of it, if your intention is to like just be a creative and not make that much money, have at it. Go for it. I don't have that flexibility in my life. Someone's got to earn money. But if you do want to make a living out of it, and a good living, then you don't even need a plan. You can just say, I'm going to, photographers especially, right? Like photographers who don't sell their prints do my head in. And I understand that it's hard to sell prints.
A lot of them don't though.
No, God no. Mate, there's some people who I've literally helped sell their first prints.
Yep.
Because they have no idea of a process, or they've got no idea of a workflow to get it to print and da-da-da.
I think there's a lot of fear there as well.
There's a fear of rejection.
Yes.
Like, who's going to buy my work? So I'd say that's what I probably have in little amounts than most people, is that like I'm okay being rejected.
Yeah.
I used to be a 120 kilo, big, chubby teenager.
Wow.
And I'm okay with rejection. I'm okay.
You felt it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like rejection's an old friend. Not scared of her at all. She'll come running after me. So I think that's where, I had someone really close to me now actually, said to me in the early days of doing this, "I don't understand what you're doing. This is not," and they literally said to me, "This is not going to work. You need to know that you better have a backup plan, because that girl's, And I was like, okay. Anyway, this person is now trying to do a similar thing where they're striking out on their own and they're really struggling. And I said to this person, it's because you don't have that belief and you're worried about being rejected. Stop being worried about being rejected. Put yourself out there. Look forward to the rejection and know that every rejection will make your acceptance or your yes just taste so much better. Please just go for it. And that's proved to be very good advice.
Yes, I agree.
They're getting a lot of yeses.
Yep.
But they were too scared to even put themselves out there. They've been under the banner of another company, and so now they've struck out by themselves. And for the first few months, it was like miserable, and now is very happy.
Yes. Yeah. There's so much that's on the other side of overcoming fear.
Yeah. I think rejection is one of the biggest fears. They say it's public speaking. I dare say rejection is I suppose it all kind of
similar.
It kind of goes in with each other. But public speaking is one of the biggest fears. I think that's because you're scared everyone's going to reject what you're saying. I think rejection is the biggest fear. People are so scared about being rejected that you're not worth enough, or you're doing good. Mate, you're worth enough. You're all good.
I agree. It's something that I think a lot of us deal with at some point.
Definitely.
I've had that. Like if I look back now to when I started doing this, terrified of being in front of a camera. There's no way in a million years you would have caught me in front of a camera, doing a podcast, any of that. But I think watching people gain opportunities because they're not afraid to put themselves out there made me realize like I need to overcome that if I want these opportunities. Because I'm similar to you, like if I set a goal, I really want to achieve it. I really want to. And it's like having that talk to yourself and realizing like you have to overcome these things. Otherwise, you're forever going to watch everyone else who overcame that fear have all the opportunities that you wish you had. And I had to just put myself in the chair and just go.
That's very good. Well, I think you were a PT, right?
Used to be, yeah.
Okay. You had physical things that I'm guessing you would have strive to achieve a personal best bench press or something like that. So for me, it's always been, for the longest time now, cycling. Go ride 100 kilometres. Don't stop at 70. If you say you're going to ride 100, go out and ride 100 kilometres. And it's just that mentality of like, I am not going to stop no matter what until I get to 100 kilometers. It's the same kind of thing with content creation. It's like, go and shoot every day for a year and make a book out of it.
True. I want to ask you something. This is more, I guess it's more for me.
Please.
I feel like I try and do a lot of self-reflection and try and figure out like, what am I doing? How am I getting to where I'm getting? If I look back to, it comes back to what we're talking about in terms of fear. I set really high goals. I really want to achieve them.
Good.
I hate the spotlight. I hate being the center of attention. I haven't celebrated a birthday in over 10 years. I look back to when I was a personal trainer. My achievements were someone else lost 20 kilos. That's my achievement. So it's like, I got the goal, but we're looking at the other person.
Yeah, spotlight's on them.
And I think that's why I enjoy this podcast. Even though it's scary and I'm here, I'm highlighting someone else. So I'm finding ways to achieve the goal, but not have the attention be focused on me. I recently ran a meetup at a photography studio
I saw.
Over 50 people.
That was focused on you.
But the whole time I was like, we need things. We need things going on. So I spent so much money on models and cars, and I created a little podcast setup because I'm like, the more things there are, the more people are going to look at those things, and they're not coming for me. I don't want them to think that they're coming for me. They're coming because of all the other things. They're coming to meet each other. They're coming because they get a chance to take a photo of the cool car and the girl in the modeling in the studio. And I'm constantly trying
I think you need to hear this, buddy. You are enough. Like, you are enough. Is that what it was?
But I look at what I'm doing and I can pick up on these things. And it's like, I'm constantly trying to do, like, I really want the goal. And I'll do whatever it takes to, like, achieve the goal. Like, I've flown out here. I've invested in all these things. So it's like, I'm determined to reach the goal, but I don't want people looking at, like, I don't want to be the center.
What if I told you that it had to be inevitable that people were going to look at you?
I'm trying.
Like, I was excited to meet you today. Is that not okay, though?
I'm trying to learn to become proud of myself, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So obviously I'm guessing you look up to someone maybe like a Colin and Smear.
Yep.
Right. Colin and Smear, very much along the same lines of what they're doing over there. Right. So Colin and Smear, when they first started, I think they were very similar to that.
Yep.
And then they've realized, they are the product.
Yes.
You are. Like, I'm gonna listen to your podcast now, not because of your guest, but because I want to hear your take on the questions you're going to give to your guests.
Yeah, that's really difficult for me to accept.
For
the first 20 episodes, I would tell people, I'm like, people aren't watching this for me. And I would tell them this. I'm like, and that's how I approach this podcast. No one's watching it for me. I'm going to bring on guests, and they're watching it for you, your story, and they're also watching it selfishly to take away lessons that they can implement into their career.
But you're good at this, though. So if you weren't good at it, then people wouldn't watch it at all.
True.
So people are watching it for you because you're good at it.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I think that's a really important recognition you need to have, because like, if you're going to make this like as big as I think you can make it, you're going to have to get really comfortable with that real fast. Because if you're going to have meetups, you can't afford to bring out a really great car every time. You're going to have to just be okay with like just being there.
Yeah.
It's okay to have those.
And this is what I'm learning
activations.
Recently. This year has been I need to put myself out. And you watch people, like, they're getting opportunities because they're not afraid of the spotlight. They don't have that fear.
Yeah.
They're extroverts and they love the attention.
It would be crazy to say this and people would be like, he's telling bullshit, but I'm definitely naturally introverted. I had to force myself to, because of my childhood when I was bigger, I was definitely introverted, and I forced myself to be a bit more extroverted.
Yep.
But if you want to, like, I think the coolest things in the world are when you actually meet somebody who, like, if I walk in Melbourne, there's a chance somebody will come up to me and say, "Hi, I love your work."
That's awesome.
Okay. I had one of my family members go, "Do you ever get tired?" I'm like, "Are you serious?" Did they come up to me and tell me they hated what I did? Like,
Yeah,
no,
true.
they love what I do. Like, it's the best feeling ever. It's like,
Yeah,
that is the most humbling feeling. And as you become more recognized and people are coming up to you and saying, "I love what you do."
Yep.
You need to be okay with that. And you need to understand no one wants anything from you.
Yep.
They just wanted that you've done something enough for them to have the moment when they saw you that they said, "I just have to tell him." Can I read you something?
Yeah, of course.
Is that all right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just thought of like something I was sent the other day. I think it's in my requests. All right, this is the best. And I apologize to Hayley right now because I haven't written back to her. This came through yesterday morning.
Okay.
Good morning. I just came across 365 in Little Avenue des Italiens, a cafe,
Mm-hmm.
while waiting for my coffee, and felt compelled to thank you for creating such a thing of beauty and for gifting me an unexpected moment of magic to start my day.
Wow.
I'm typically not a crier, but I welled up reading the opening words and another 2 or 3 times flicking through the pages. It is a masterpiece. Thank you for creating it, Hayley. That, except for all the things I did with my daughter yesterday, was the highlight of my day.
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
Like, so her going out of her way to tell me that, like, and so when that happens to you in real life,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to be okay with it, because that's such a gift that someone's giving you.
Yes.
Like, it's brave of them as well.
Correct.
Like, it's brave of them
Yep.
to, like, like, although I think so many people tell me that they know me before they, I'm like, yes, I know you too. And I'm like, I'm just always so thankful. I'm just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
can we say hello? Yes, we can say hello. Like,
yeah,
of course, please come and chat to me. Tell me everything. So I think for you, and if for any creator that wants to become bigger and bigger, as you get bigger and bigger, you will get recognized more and more, especially if you have a concentrated audience, which you will probably have.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get comfortable in the uncomfortability.
Yes.
Be comfortable in the uncomfortableness, and actually try to just have a moment where you dwell on it.
Mm-hmm.
When I first brought out my umbrellas, I brought out a rainbow umbrella. Was my first umbrella, and I didn't like. This is another one of those things where I was like, I literally brought one in because I needed one,
Mm-hmm.
and it was going to cost me like $80 to get one, and I was
Yeah.
like, how much is it going to cost me if I get it and source it?
Yeah.
So I was like, does anyone else want to get a rainbow umbrella?
Yeah.
And like they sold out in like 10 minutes.
That's insane, man.
250 rainbow umbrellas gone. And I was just like,
That's crazy.
okay, I didn't expect that. So
Yeah.
I thought, well, what can I do as a gift back to those people?
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote to them all. I said, listen, I can't believe what just happened. Thank you all so much. I want to create something for you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to invite you to come and meet me at Hosier Lane
Mm-hmm.
on this date at this time.
Mm.
And we're going to fill that laneway up with art, with the umbrellas,
Mm-hmm.
and see if we can take great photos. I said, I need at least 200 of you to make the effect I want.
Damn.
And they all came. But that day, meeting all those people, 200 people wanted to say hello. 200 people wanted just a few seconds of my time.
Mm.
How beautiful is that?
Yeah, man.
Like, it's the best.
Yes.
And then we created something really cool. So we literally filled up Hosier Lane full of rainbow umbrellas.
That's incredible.
And then I got in trouble from the city of Melbourne, but
Oh, really?
that's okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't care. Beg forgiveness. Don't ask permission. But yeah, like I feel like for any creative, that's definitely something. Like, even if you are a natural introvert,
Mm.
it's okay being uncomfortable
Mm-hmm.
and just getting used to it.
Mm.
I'm not always comfortable. It's a bit different these days with Frankie because my daughter, because I'm probably a bit more protective.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very easy to just put her in this arm and have the chat over here.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
But she's like, everyone wants to see her as well, so it's kind of funny.
Mm.
But yeah, like be comfortable in the uncomfortableness of it. It is. It's a very weird feeling.
Yeah, it is.
I remember the first time somebody recognized me from Instagram.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And me and my girlfriends look at each other like, oh my God,
Yeah.
they knew me. Like,
Yeah.
what?
What an experience.
It's crazy. It's a crazy thought. But I mean, like, Melbourne's not. I mean, it's a big town, but it's not really that big of a town.
Mm.
So if you've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
a big
yeah.
page here,
Yep.
you're probably going to be known
Yeah,
by a fair
true.
few people.
True. And you're posting every day. Like,
Yeah,
you're very
exactly.
active,
Yeah, and your face is on there. If you're doing stories,
Mhm.
people know who you are. I actually stupidly thought that. So I have this hat that I've worn for a long time, and it's an Akubra Style Master hat.
Okay.
It's kind of what I've become known for wearing.
Yep.
So I actually thought, well, if I stop wearing this hat, people won't recognize me. So I stopped wearing it, thinking,
Yeah.
I'll get a bit more anonymity once Frankie was born. Didn't work at all.
Yeah.
So I realized, okay, well, that's the end of that. Like,
Yep.
just be comfortable in
Just
the
accept it.
uncomfortableness. It's
Yep.
okay. This is what the life you chose. You would have given anything for this when
Yeah,
you started.
true.
That's the other thing.
Mm.
You'd give, if you told me
Yep.
on the 4th of November, 9th of November when I started the page, 4th of November when I first sold my first photo,
Mm.
that somebody would recognize me one day,
Yep.
I would have been like, oh my God,
Yeah.
that's it. That's everything. Like, I
Yeah.
must have done something really cool for that to happen.
Yep.
Or something really bad. So let's go
That's
with the really
true,
cool.
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah. So just be happy someone's recognizing you for your great work. And as it becomes more and more for you, I'd say to you, just like try and be comfortable in the uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
Because it'll happen more and more.
True. I'm learning to. And having more people on and seeing how they approach it, it helps a lot as well. It's cool. And in terms of what you got coming up,
Yep.
I don't know how much you're going to be able to tell me about this, but
Okay.
you recently went to Bali and got a massage. What happened when you had this massage?
Yeah. Well, this is actually part of the warehouse stuff, and so
Yep.
I was in Bali getting a massage and I'm listening to the water. I've got getting a really physical massage, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to zone out, and whatever comes to me, and then whatever that does comes to me in that moment, because I was feeling really like zen. I was like, I'm just going to take that as like what the direction I'm going to go on for the next 3 months.
Okay.
So the thing that came to me was get rid of everything.
Mm.
Just get rid of absolutely everything.
Yep.
And go back to the start. Start again. So every product, get rid of it.
Wow.
Just sell it. Don't care how much for. Just sell
Just
it.
get rid of it.
Get rid of everything. I want no attachments anymore. The things that I'll have will be my books, because my book, I have to bring a lot of books to make it worth it. So I'll have my books left, but really, actually, it's almost going to happen already. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast. But just by getting rid of everything, I feel so much more free. Podcast.
Hey, no way.
That was one of the top things.
Hell yeah.
Podcast. I'm still filming for my photography course as well. So get that done.
Yep.
Focus on that. Getting back to doing the framing videos.
Yes.
All of these things kind of tied into one. So it does become more than about going back to content creation to then have a whole thing of products come behind it, sure. But get back to like really delving into that, because I know that it'll make me super happy as well.
Yes.
And because I've got like this line of ideas, as always.
Yeah.
But when you do have other things that start cluttering your mind, like, I've got to sell through those tea towels. That can start actually messing with your creativity as well, because they're there.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. And in the back of your mind.
Yeah,
Constantly.
exactly. And once you clear that clutter out, so that's what it was. It was literally just get rid of everything. And then the other thing is that me and my family will hopefully, knock on wood, for at least 2 months next year, we'll move over to Paris.
Oh, wow.
And just experience that life over there, and have that and travel around there a bit.
Yep.
Because my little girl starts school year after next, and after that, that's it.
Got it.
You're done. You can't
you're
really
done.
just go and live for 2 months in Paris. And I was there recently, and I just loved it. Like, I've been there a fair few times, but this time I just really loved it. I was like, I need to live here for a couple of months. And 7 days wasn't enough. So
as a traveller, that's your top destination?
No. Barcelona will always be number one. Florence as well. But I'd always just had this thing with Paris of like, it's good, but like, okay. But this time it just really spoke to me. I actually have a theory about it. It's because I watched the TV show Emily in Paris. So I started recognizing everything.
Okay.
And I was like, I need to live here. I need to live. I need to do an Emily.
True.
So literally, I know that sounds so weird, but that's literally what I think
I
it
get
came
that.
from.
I went to New York for the first time last year, and I think I felt that same thing. Like, you just recognize.
When I was there in New York, that first time I was there, 2017, when I sold my first book, when I launched it there.
Yep.
Same experience. Of like, I have to live here one day.
Yes.
At the moment, I find it a little bit more intimidating to go to America to live, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess same could be said of Paris. It's had its own problems. But yeah, just those experiences. I'm very much about experience and going to do all that stuff. And after many years of living and doing all of this, now I kind of want to blend both my worlds, like the photography, the travel. So I'm doing a book right now. I'm creating a book. It's my first publisher book. So like when I released my first book, pretty much all the publishers in town called me. And they were like, hey, we'd love for you to come on with us.
Yeah, true.
And I was like, oh, cool. Then you get told that if you're with a publisher, you get to keep 10% of the book's price. Wow. So if a book minus GST, so if a book sells for $50, which most of my books do, you'll get $4.45, I think, or $4.50.
They take, where does the 90 go?
Well, so it goes to printing, it goes to logistics, it goes to marketing, it goes to all those other things. So speaking to all of these publishers back then, and I was just like, no, I can't do this. Like, it would be suicide. Like, sell 5,000 books and I keep all the profit. Like, this is dumb. There's only one publisher agreed with me.
Yeah.
And he said to me, I agree with you. Yep. You've figured this out. Do not go with the publisher. Just stay doing whatever you do. But just promise me, if you ever have a book that you think goes outside of your Melbourne market, come to me. And I was like, dude, you're a legend. I will come to you if that ever happens. Last year, driving my car, had this idea for Who Are the Flowers For? which is a book where I'm literally finding people walking in the street carrying flowers, stopping them, asking them who the flowers are for and what the story is behind the flowers and the person they're getting them for.
That's awesome.
So as I'm driving my car, I'm like, oh my God, that's such a good idea.
That's a great idea.
I called the guy and I'm like, hey, mate, want to make a book together?
Yeah.
And he's like, I've been waiting for this call. And I was like, sweet.
I knew he'd come back.
Let's do this. And then we worked out a deal that would be not a 10% deal, let's say. And they come to the party and they recognized, I guess, my value, my worth that I was bringing.
Yep.
Everyone's happy, and now so that's what I'm doing this year. That's why there's so much travel this year. I've been going all over the world finding people carrying flowers.
That's amazing.
I mean, even that as a if someone said that to me, I'd be like, they're gonna pay me to what? Really? That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the project you're on this year.
That's what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah.
When can we expect that to come?
That'll come out late next year. But I'll be finished doing all the content in like March or April next year. Yeah. So I'm in I'm traveling up to Sydney in August to get some stories up in Sydney. I've got New York in November.
Oh wow!
I've got
same. I'm planning New York in November.
Oh
too.
really?
Yeah.
Come to a Knicks game.
Yes, that's the goal.
Yes,
that's literally all
seriously.
I want to go for.
Same with my brother.
Yeah.
And yeah, a bit more travel to do for it, but then that'll be done. But yeah. That's where I've been all over the world. But once again, though, that comes back to having an idea, not being scared to go to this guy who now runs this massive publishing company and saying, hey, this is like, he could have said, oh, mate, that's not a very good idea. Or like, that's not for us. That would have been okay. I would have said, no worries. Thank you so much for listening. Don't get offended.
Yeah.
Get angry.
Yeah.
And then go and do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You're always going to find a way to do it, right?
Yeah. Like, and also, like, every idea isn't for every person. What resonates with you might not resonate with me.
And that's okay.
And of course it is.
Yes.
It's what makes everything beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
Very corny, but so true. Like, what resonates with one person doesn't resonate with another. And that needs to be okay. And you shouldn't take offense by that.
Yes.
Or it could just be that when you meet someone, you don't have a personality that blend together. I've had that before where I'm like, love the company. I've literally said to someone, I don't think me and you blend very well. And she was like, I agree. She goes, you're lovely. And I'm like, I said, I just don't feel this. And she was like, I'm okay. And I'm like, me too.
Yeah.
Shook her hand and walked out.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's got to be okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I've had some really long partnerships with some really beautiful companies. Like Brighton Mazda is a sponsor of mine.
Yep.
And that's a handshake deal. And
Wow.
they've now sponsored me for 8 years.
Wow.
Damn. And it's one of the best partnerships I've ever had. But that was a job based on a handshake. Met a guy, loved him, and thought, yeah, we need to just hang out. So I want to hang out with you, and you need this from me. I need this from you. Let's make it work. So yeah, sometimes it might be that you'll meet someone, you're like, oh, I just can't do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's so important, being able to understand that. Because I've had that, like working with people where it's not there and you're forcing it.
Don't force it.
And you start hating everything.
Yeah.
You start questioning your whole career. You're like, maybe I'm not built for this. And it's like, maybe you're just working for with the wrong people.
Yeah. So because when I started, I wasn't a photographer, but I hung around with a lot of photographers. Tell you what, they all didn't mind telling me how I was not a photographer. It changed a few years later.
Yeah.
But at that stage, and I'd never do that to someone. I'd never say that to someone.
Oh, hell no.
I look at those people now, I'm like, wow. But yeah, so yeah, it's funny. Just you've got to find the right people. Yeah, find your people is important. I did see in one of your recent podcasts, you saw that when I forgot what her name was, but she was talking about when she started photography, she had to like find her people to like go shoot with and stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's so important.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, in any case, in any industry, and it comes back to like the enjoyment. Like if you're not enjoying it, you're not going to want to do it.
That's it.
No matter what it is you're doing.
Exactly.
And I found that. I remember working for, I had this one client that was taking up a lot of my time, and I just wasn't enjoying it at all.
Yep.
And it's so strange. I guess because I was semi-new, like it's early in my career, I was constantly just
career?
Yeah, this career. And it was always just like, I knew I was never going to move from the position they'd put me in. They're like, you'll get better, mate. Don't worry. It's fine. And I wanted to learn from them, but I knew I was never going to progress because they were constantly just making me feel like it was never good enough, ever.
Yeah.
And the realization I had is like, my talent hadn't changed. Nothing changed. I literally left and went to a place that I feel more appreciated. And they were like, your work's amazing. We love having you.
But they made you, the perception they gave you of your talent had diminished because they were just always telling you.
They were always telling me that. Yeah. And then I left because I was only working there 3-4 days a week. And then for the other days, this guy just took me on. He goes, mate, just work with me 1 day a week. And I worked there and I'd never felt so appreciated. They were like, this is amazing. We love what you're doing. We want you to do more. Can you do more days? And I'm like, I'm the same person.
Yeah.
The same, like nothing's changed.
Yep.
It's not like I'm creating better work for them than the other.
Yep.
They just appreciated me more. And then everything changed. I enjoyed what I was doing more. I turned up to work feeling way better about myself.
Yeah.
And nothing's changed. I've just hung around. It's just putting yourself around different people.
Yeah.
And from there, everything grew. So I stopped working for the first guy, even though they were all great people, we just didn't work well together.
Yeah.
And that now I tell people, like when they're upset with where they are, I'm like, don't always think it's just you. Maybe you're just in the wrong environment.
Yeah. And it might not even be their fault. It might just be that it's not a blend of personalities.
Yeah, it's just not a blend. Yeah, it's not even a knock on them.
100%. Yeah, like I think that's super important. Like if a company writes to you and says, hey, we want to give you $5,000 to do this job, talk to that company like face to face if you can, or at least on the phone, because that person might be the hardest taskmaster you're ever going to get. And they might be like, oh, this hasn't performed very well. And that's, I guess that goes into another thing about once you do start creating for a living and companies are coming to you and you've got deliverables, etc. Set some really good boundaries is what I would say.
That relationship you have with those people is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone needs to be on the same path in terms of wavelength in terms of like what's expected, what you should be doing.
Yep.
I've had so many companies that were like, oh, this is not what we thought. I'm like, this is literally what's written. It's literally what's written.
Yeah.
And it could just be that it wasn't that company as much as it was one person. I've literally had one company where it was like this one person was the most frustrating experience of my professional career because she just didn't get it. She just didn't get it. Yeah. And that was very frustrating and drove me to be like, am I nuts? Like, am I the one who's crazy here, or am I just like not seeing something? And then no, she got fired like not long after that because of that. And then the company come back to me and said, we'd love to come and work with you again. Yep. After this girl was gone. And I was like, okay, can I speak to the person I'm going to be working with? Because that was bad. Yeah. So it can just be that it's just like not a good fit for you and that company, that person, whatever. But just is what it is. Be okay with it. Once again, be okay with what seems like a rejection at the time, but really, mate, give me rejection over the pain of working for a pain in the ass any day of the week. Like, I'll take that rejection feeling a million times over than sitting there knocking your head against the wall saying, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do and you're still telling me it's wrong. Yep. Like, it doesn't make sense.
A lot of self-doubt comes from that. It's like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe they're right.
Exactly.
And it sets you back.
Yes.
Dude, this has been awesome. Thanks for sharing so much.
Oh,
it's
please,
so good.
A pleasure. You're a very good interviewer.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I'm improving.
Yeah, well,
I'm really trying to do a good job of like, be a better interviewer, being more connected. Like even coming out here, like I'm trying to.
It's an amazing thing that you're coming down here to interview people. I feel like I was inspired by that. I was like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to take it seriously. Like it's like wanting to be good at the thing.
Yeah.
And I've thought about it. It's like so many people could easily just, it's like giving the craft its respect, giving the person their respect. It could have easily just been, hey man, can we Zoom call?
Yeah, exactly. But it wouldn't have been anywhere near as good.
Exactly. And if you want to take it seriously, you put in the effort and you show that you care
100%.
about it.
You're actually very right. I mean, that's the same with the podcast. The reason I didn't carry on with the podcast, I can't give this what it needs right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Where now I feel like I can.
Yep.
The reason I stopped with the videos with the frames, which were going viral every week, I can't give it what I need to give it right now. I have other things that are priorities, and I can't even get to doing that. And if I was doing it, I'd be just doing it for the viewership and like growing likes. And that's not right.
Yeah.
So just stop. And it's okay. The audience is there, and I've worked out how to do that. So like, go back to it later on when you're feeling more like it, and that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and don't be scared to have breaks as well. That's my other thing is like I'm having a break from Instagram right now. Like I'm just kind of like, post there when I want to. Yeah. But eventually, when I start posting there again, it'll be a video every week, a certain time. This will be the video, and in between there'll be stories about how I made that video, da-da-da-da-da. It's like I have that already, but I need to put the rest of my life in a place where that can happen easily. Instead of it being a forced thing that I'm like, oh, let's get this video out there.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how bad content happens.
Yep. Thank you, man. Lots of lessons. It's good. We spoke about it before. Like I try to come up with questions that I think would benefit the listener, but a lot of the times I take in so much from the people that I have on. But
I take stuff in from you as well.
Yeah.
But I think great questions, nice and cash as well, like just a conversation, which is so important.
Yep.
But yeah, no, mate, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Doing great. I look forward to listening to more.
I look forward to seeing what you're doing. These travels, and it's been good.
A lot to be done. But it's all fun. I do. For anybody that I really do think about people starting out being creative. Everyone's like, oh, it's so hard to get started. I'm like, it's never been easier. People are kidding themselves. I rigged the system back in the day. I completely rigged Instagram.
Yeah.
I worked out the exact engagement amount that you were allowed. And I went right to that thing every single day of engagement, of liking people's photos from Melbourne. And I knew that every day my page would grow by exactly 100 followers. It would be within 90 and 110 every day.
Yep.
But that's because I spent the time doing it. Like that was time that I'd spend there engaging, commenting, da-da-da.
Yes.
Right up to the limit of where Instagram would allow you. And then Instagram made a change and I realized, okay, that's the change I didn't want. Stopped, but I was already at like 80K at that stage. So, yeah, but like, yeah, you got to, I think now is much easier. Like, mate, if I were to, all those videos, it's like day one of doing this.
Yes.
Mate, day one. Day one. Just make it day one of watching my aunts walk.
Absolutely anything.
Until this.
You've shown that.
Yeah.
You've shown that. And yet, even 2,384 days later, we're still going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a long time. It's a lot of bloody posts, let me tell you. It is. I look back at the content. There might have been a few double ups in there, by the way. I look back at that content and just think like, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. But I mean, that's why books though as well. If this goes to air, this is what I want to say to people. One day, you know how we're getting all these auroras now? You know we're getting auroras? Do you know what that is? That's like, the sun stuff coming down. Like,
I don't understand, but the lights in the...
Me neither.
Yeah.
But the way I try to think about it is, it's the sun one day is going to release this massive amount of energy. It's going to wipe out everybody's data. And you'll have nothing left from all these things you've created if you don't make it something physical.
Yes. Yeah.
Make something physical. Make something tangible. Make something you can hold. Make something actually even more important. Make something that somebody else can hold. That's the coolest thing. A video is cool, but like a photo is better. Like in terms of something you can hold. Or if you're going to make a video, make it a proper video. Like, go make a movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's great.
Do something cool.
Thank you, man.
My pleasure.
This has been awesome.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, my man. That was great.
Thank you, mate.
Good convo. Good chat.